Members of Parliament, once again it is my privilege to welcome you to your labours in a new session of Parliament. In the year we leave behind, my government and our people had been engaged more than ever before in their endeavours in nation building. The needs and achievements in economic and social advance are understood by our people in town and village in increasing measure as basic and vital to the improvement of their conditions and standards of living and as important to their daily lives. Members of Parliament, you have been kept informed by the release from time to time of correspondence between my Prime Minister and the Prime Minister of China of the respective positions of our two countries in this matter. My government has made it clear beyond doubt that they seek a peaceful approach in the settlement of outstanding matters. They have also stated and reiterated equally clearly that they will not accept the course of the results of unilateral action or decision taken by China. My government therefore pursues a policy both of a peaceful approach by negotiation under appropriate conditions and of being determined and ready to defend our country. Members of Parliament, I have referred at some length to the situation that has developed on our border and to the consequences and problems thereof. I need hardly say that in doing so I have reiterated the sentiments of our entire country and our people and their determination to defend our territory. The work on the preparation of the frame and the outline of the third 5-year plan with its longer perspective and higher targets is making good progress. The objective of the third 5-year plan is to seek almost to double the national income, taking 1950 to 51 as the basic level, and to pay much greater attention to agricultural production and to our food requirements, to heavy machine building and to the development of basic resources such as steel, fuel and power. Mining activities in the public sector have increased considerably. The Geological Survey of India has been expanded to undertake search and intensive investigation in virgin areas in minerals essentials to our expanding economy. My government are alive to the requirement of scientists, technicians and technologists for our expanding economy. Measures are being taken to step up progressively the output in these cadres and to provide increasingly better career opportunities and a higher status for the old and new entrants. In our developing economy, there are ever-growing opportunities of service in these fields which are so important to our planned development on modern lines. The Code of Discipline evolved in 1958 has improved the climate of industrial relations in the country and created more favorable conditions for the maintenance of industrial peace and increase of efficiency. Compared to the previous year, there has been an appreciable reduction in the loss of man days of work in 1959. In the field of national education, the teaching of science subjects expansion of girls' education and the training of women teachers have made good progress and are gathering momentum. All eligible college students belonging to scheduled castes and scheduled tribes are receiving stipends. To enable greater participation in the conduct of affairs and the development of our economy by the people of the country as a whole, my government have encouraged schemes of devolution of authority to statutory institutions of the people at the basic level of our great and growing democracy. This scheme of Panchayati Raj has already been inaugurated in Rajasthan and in Andhra Pradesh and is making progress in other states. Defense production has made satisfactory progress. Plans of expansion in this field, both of production and of capacity, are under consideration and will be progressively implemented. My government have taken steps to expand the National Cadet Corps in the coming year and to form units of nursing and auxiliary services for girls. The Territorial Army and the Lok Sahayak Sena will also be expanded in numbers and certain changes introduced in regard to their training and reserve liabilities. Members of Parliament are aware that in the proclamation issued in relation to the state of Kerala on 31st of July 1959, which was approved by resolutions passed by the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, it was provided that the general election for constituting a new legislative assembly for the state shall be held as soon as possible. The general election was accordingly held and polling took place in the entire state on February 1st. The number of voters exercising their franchise being one of the highest recorded in any election. The proclamation will be revoked and the normal constitutional machinery restored in the state shortly. Parliament decided during the last session to extend the safeguards provided in the Constitution for the reservation of seats for members of the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in the Lok Sabha and the state legislatures by a further period of 10 years, and the Constitution 8th Amendment Act embodying this decision has received my assent. Government also proposed to appoint a commission as required under Article 339 of the Constitution to examine and report on the administration of the scheduled areas and the welfare of the scheduled tribes in the states. My government have already announced their decisions on the major recommendations of the Pay Commission. The other recommendations are under their active consideration. The additional commitments on account of the pay allowances and pensionary charges alone are estimated to be about 31 crores per annum in respect of the services directly covered by the Jagannatha Das Commission inquiry. Devoted as my government and people are to world peace and cooperation, they are determined to adhere to a peaceful approach and the policy of non-alignment, to both of which our country stands fully committed by history and outlook, faith and conduct, and by the overwhelming desires and convictions of our people. Parliament has expressly endorsed this policy on several occasions. My government seeks to uphold the dignity and independence of our land and people, to promote our unity and social well-being, and to build a democratic and socialist society in which progress is sought and attained by peaceful means and by consent. Members of Parliament, I bid you to your labours in this new session and wish you all success. I earnestly trust that wisdom and tolerance and a spirit of cooperative endeavour will guide you. May your labours bear fruit for the good of our country and people and the world whom we are privileged to serve. Stop.